actually about parallel to the ground, shaftless. That's called the tube position, when the club is parallel. We want to hit it further, so we're going to have to increase backswing, the length of it. The speed will take care of itself once we do that. So now we just need to manage our geometry, our low point.
Do I still turn a little bit like this or no?
Just a little bit. And the main thing is stay on that left foot all the way through the swing. Let's back out up in here. Very nice. All right. Hey, one more that we're gonna introduce another fundamental, very important fundamental. Very nice. One of your better ones. That probably felt really nice. Yeah. Salim, on the full swing, the main thing I changed was your grip. And here's a picture of your grip before I made any changes. There's a close-up. The left hand is in a strong position. I like the position of your left hand right now. I did not see any reason to change or adjust it, but it's the right hand that I focused on the most. The left hand, when you look down at your back of your hand, you can see a couple of knuckles. That's very good. The crease between your thumb and hand is pointing towards your back shoulder. That's another sign to look for, and that's good. Now the right hand, you had a tendency to rotate that hand underneath, and the palm is almost facing up in the air. You can see how you're putting the handle at the base of the fingers, almost in the palm of the right hand and not in the fingers of the right hand. So your palm is almost pointing up in the air, and what I talked about is getting the palm to be in the same plane as the face of the club. So when you hit the back of the golf ball, it's the same as hitting the ball with the palm of your hand. These two middle fingers are the gripper fingers. Okay. We're going to place this handle on the middle knuckle, not on the first crease, not at the base, but right there. And we're just going to grip. It's almost like pointing a finger forward. So we're in the same plane as the face of the club. Then we're going to slide that down until it bumps the other hand. Now we're not going to put the thumb up there. We're actually going to put that thumb up against the other hand and just pinch it. Take the club and over your right shoulder like this. Notice that I have that handle sitting on top of this knuckle. It's called the leverage knuckle. Now you're wanting to do this, and I want you to do that. Okay. So we're almost, in fact, before we even think about maybe these two middle knuckles, these two middle fingers, you just want to kind of pinch it right there. There you go. So that's all sealed and closed right there. So it's going to feel like you're holding a skinny little pencil. I don't want you to get it deep in your palm. It should be out of the fingers.
Yes, okay, got it. Yeah, so it's not in my thumb, it's basically the fingers that are holding it.
That's exactly right. If you're going to throw a baseball, if you're going to throw a fastball, you don't put it in the thumb. Put it in the finger. Yeah, it'll release a lot faster. It'll actually create more speed. That's a power grip. So go ahead and just start that little half swing again. But each swing, the purpose of these swings is not good results. I'm going to repeat the grip every time. Feeling that skinny little pencil, that looks really good. Good. Oh, that was beautiful. These are going 20 yards further than they were a while ago. Got a lot more club action down there. Look how high that is. Beautiful. Feeling okay? Regrip for me if you would. You're going to always hit 3 or 4 balls and then kind of force yourself to regrip.
Yeah, sorry.
And try not to squeeze too tight. And you probably are. It's very common when you're learning a new grip. So it's going to feel like that skinny little pencil. Oh, very nice. All right, get your 8-iron. I just want to get some of your full swings on video here.
Okay, now we're shifting though. We're shifting. No more weight on the left anymore, right? Because we're not chipping right now, right?
Good question. You're going to make some changes, but one of the things that has not changed is the goal. The goal still is we have to have our low point in front of the golf ball at impact. Right. Don't hit the ground before we hit the ball. Hit the ball in the ground.
So still angle it this way a little bit.
So at impact, you still more weight. The average pro will have 90% of their weight on their left foot at impact.
Okay. But then in the beginning,
I want you to do everything that allows you to be in a perfect impact position.
Okay.
So there is no value in moving 90% of your weight on your right foot during the backswing. That just makes it harder to get to 90% of your weight on your right.
Oh, I thought for some reason they always had put your weight on the right, except for chipping, no? Okay.
We know more now about the golf swing than we used to. I want you to set up with about 55% of your weight on your left foot and try to stay fairly evenly balanced in both feet in your backswing. You're going to have what I call a single axis golf swing around your left foot. I don't want your circle golf circle. You're going to just stay right on that left side as you turn. More of a rotation than a slide. Nice little draw. Very nice. Once you hit that tee, swing and swat that tee for me with your new grip. Now, ball position, I want you to get your left foot all the way here. I want you to tee it up where your toes are. Ball way off to your left, so you're hitting up at it. I just want you to turn and make a loud swish for me. Okay, good. Swat that tee like you're swatting the beat. Good. Now, before you hit this next one, I want you to stand up straight, and I want you to turn like a baseball swing and just swish the air right here. Perfect. So your first thought when you tell yourself it's time to move, take those hands right by your pocket. Don't take them out here. Take them in here. Keep your arms in close to your body. Left foot. Swing in a circle. Good. Good. Much better. Very solid. Here's that bone with the palm, here's that bone with the finger, here's that bone with the thing. But if I ever see this bone start to curl underneath, I know that I'm not on plane anything. So what I talked about is pointing this knuckle down to the ground. That's the clue that you're on plane. Beautiful. See if you can let go and regrip it and make it look just like that again. Oh wow, that is beautiful. Now I'm going to compare the old grip to the new grip. On the left, you went through the gripping process. You can see how you're rotating your hand way underneath, putting the handle deep in your fingers. Right now the palm of your hand is basically facing straight up in the air. This bone right here is pointing this way. Now on the right, you went through the gripping process. You can see how you're putting the handle in the fingers of the hand, not the base of the hand, not in the palm. Then you're pinching it right there. And this bone here is right about there. Big change. You can see how this crease is right here, and your crease over here is going way back this way. Your palm basically is in the same plane as the face of the club. Your right hand is in a position now where you're just hitting the ball with the palm of the hand. So that's going to give you much more consistent control of direction of the shot and control of the face angle, which is critical in being a good golfer. Very good. So I want you to study this right hand and practice it at home until it becomes comfortable. Okay, now I'm going to compare your swing to Tiger Woods, and we're going to look at just a couple of things that I want to focus on and that we'll work on the next time we meet. So I'm not going to go through every fundamental that's missing, but just the few that I want to focus on first. I'm going to first look at the setup. Tiger has nice extension in both arms. He's got a little bit of a shaft lean here where his hands are slightly in front. That's because he wants his low point in front of the ball so he can hit down into the ball, hit the ball before he hits the ground. You've got a nice setup here. You've got a good extension in both arms, just like Tiger. Very good. You've got a little bit of a shaft lean here. Excellent. The video on the right is video I took at last year's U.S. Open. I have special PGA credentials that allows me to get inside the ropes at any PGA event. So I was fortunate enough to be able to get close to Tiger and videotape this myself. As Tiger goes back, notice that his head does not move. Notice that his left knee is still pretty much right where he kept it. So at the top of his swing, he has this knee angled and his hips are leaning. His hips are still on top of his left foot, more on his left foot than his right foot. So he definitely has not swayed to the right. Now as we take your club back, I'm going to draw a circle where your head is. And as you go back, you can see how your head moves and drops down, how your right hip, you've gotten outside the box on the right-hand side, you've severely swayed. This leg now is angled that way. Hip is way outside the box. So there's no question that you have more weight on your right foot than your left foot. And that's going to make it much more difficult to you to arrive with your maximum or majority of your weight on your left side at impact. As Tiger drops down and gets into the ball, right now he's right at impact. You can see how this red line off his left foot is going right through his belt buckle. The center of his body is on top of his left foot. His hip and his left shoulder are outside that box on the left-hand side. So he's really driven his body on top of that left foot on the downswing. Then as you get into the ball, and I draw that box at impact, you can see how you still have a majority of your weight on your back foot, and that's why you hit behind the ball quite a bit, because your low point is behind the ball. I also want to point out that at impact, Tiger has both of his arms really extended. Elbows are close together, and you at impact have your elbows separating. You had that extension at the beginning of the swing, but at impact, you lost that extension. So one of the things that we'll work on the next time we meet is the backswing. We're going to learn how to take the club back and not sway to the right. In this first session, I wanted to do just a general review of some of the foundation fundamentals of putting, chipping, and full swing. Now we're going to go into a little bit more depth. Now that I have the benefit of seeing your swing on video, I have a more clear picture of what the next piece is for you. And it will be doing some drills and retraining your movements in your backswing. Once we get the backswing under control, it'll be much easier to have a better impact position. You did a really good job for the day, and I look forward to our next time.